Well, former US President Donald Trump is expected to speak in Mar-a-Lago, Florida, following his indictment on criminal charges related to a hush money payment to film star Stormy Daniels in 2016. His lawyers have criticised the charges as political persecution, and Trump has denounced the legal proceedings as a witch hunt. He'll be arraigned in Manhattan on Wednesday, Sydney time, Tuesday night, New York time, becoming the first former president to face criminal charges. He's released a video message addressing his indictment.
We are now officially a third world country. No president in the history of our country has been subjected to such vicious and disgusting attacks. But they only attack me because I fight for you. It's very simple. They can't buy me and they can't control me, and that scares them beyond belief.
Joining me now to discuss is tech entrepreneur and commentator on US Affairs, Kosha Gada. Great to see you, Kosha. Look, the foreperson of this grand jury gave a television interview in late February. Have a quick look at it.
Want to hear from the former president.
I wanted to hear from the former president, but honestly, I kind of wanted to subpoena the former president because I got to swear everybody in. And so I thought it'd be really cool to get 60 seconds with President Trump of me looking at him and being like, do you solemnly swear? And me getting to swear him in. I kind of just thought that would be an awesome moment.
Does this amount to grand jury impropriety in your view, Kosha?
You know, that's one of the questions, and great to be with you, Sherry. So that one's actually from a Georgia grand jury that's impaneled right now. There's something like 42 cases, believe it or not, against Trump, either actively opened or soon prospectively going to be opened. And in that one, you know, I'm not a lawyer, but certainly there's a debate among legal scholars right now. Some are saying, well, she walked right up to the line of what would constitute impropriety, but she didn't cross it because she didn't reveal private confidential deliberations. But of course, we can imagine that the defense, Donald Trump's defense attorneys, are absolutely vigorously going to be using everything that she said to try and dismiss this trial based on grounds of impropriety. At a minimum, she has definitely imperiled the prosecution, because if they're not successful in getting an outright dismissal, the defense lawyers are going to use a lot of what she said to show that there's bias and the jury pool has been polluted and he will never get a fair trial. So that's definitely an issue. I think the bigger issue is, as I mentioned, 42 cases against Trump right now. The New York district attorney in Manhattan, it's been leaked, is going to indict him, and the whole country is watching this, as he mentioned, because it's just a subversion of the justice system, which is the bigger story, bigger beyond Trump himself.
Yeah. And that's the question, right? Like, surely in some of these cases there is going to be impropriety that's been committed by President Trump, but the overall appearance to the American population, to conservatives, even to people who might have been kind of walking away from Trump, would be of a justice system that's out to get him. And this could have an impact, of course, in the lead up to the next presidential election.
It will. You know, it's really interesting. The president of El Salvador was on U.S. media yesterday saying basically that we're tired of taking lectures about democracy from the U.S. when you're in a situation right now where a district attorney from the island of Manhattan can interfere and is interfering in the election and, you know, depriving millions of Americans the right to vote for him or against him. There are plenty of people who want to vote against Donald Trump, and depriving them of that constitutional right by sort of manufacturing a cause or a crime to pin on him is sort of the argument that they're making. And the reason is, you know, none of these cases, they've been all out for years now, since before he took office, and since then trying to find some prosecutorial reasoning to get Trump or indict Trump. And the closest that they've come to right now is out of New York, where it's this novel legal theory. They're stitching together this combination of statutes that has never been done before to link, you know, there's a very logical, dubious leap to link sort of the hush payments to the adult film star into why it's a felony and a criminal charge. It's very, very shaky legal ground. And that does create a lot of instability and anger in the public if the person is a Democrat DA, if he's going after the presumptive nominee of the other side. It has to be an airtight legal case, not something so shaky. And that, unfortunately, the consequences of that are going to live far beyond Trump himself and whatever happens in this election.
Now, we're going to cover this every night, and I've got a very senior member of Donald Trump's legal team on my show tomorrow night, very senior member, so don't miss my program tomorrow evening.